Hello, and thanks for joining us today. We're going to be covering defense against a straight punch, 1.5 rhythm. Coming back at you real quick. Hey everybody, thanks for showing up today. We're going to be covering defense against a straight punch, 1.5 rhythm. So the 1.5 rhythm is a slight delay between my defense and my counter. That's what we call 1.5 rhythm. We do teach a simultaneous counter, which somebody's throwing a punch, I defend and I counter at the same time, but that's because I had advanced notice and they were in closer to me. This person's at a distance from me now. They're advancing in, lunging in to throw their punch to my face, okay? So they're at closing distance by just lunging in with that same foot that they're punching with, okay? As he comes in, I'm going to the dead side. So first I had to deal with that threat coming in, and then I'm advancing to the dead side. So when the punch comes in towards my face, I'm deflecting that punch by hand coming forward. So if you look at my hand now, my hand is coming forward at a slight angle. So if I was to open that thumb up, you'll see that thumb pointing to this shoulder here. So if he's throwing his punch and it's coming straight in, what I'm trying to do is send it to this shoulder here. And all I care about is that it missed me. I don't care that it doesn't need to be over here. So what I'm not going to do is try to shove that hand across like this right here. So what I need to be aware of is this punch is traveling in a straight line here. If I'm moving across my body here and the punch is coming at me here, I'm only going to catch that punch 1/3 of the time. Because either I'm going to be too fast and I'm going to bypass that punch, it's going to hit me, or I'm going to be too slow and it's going to hit me, or 1/3 of the time I'll actually catch that punch. If I'm going diagonally forward towards the other side of the shoulder, so if I'm facing him and I'm advancing in this direction here, making contact with the arm towards this other shoulder at an angle forward, I should catch that punch every single time. I'm making contact with the meat part of my hand here. My elbow is in line with my hand, so I don't want to be up like this right here. My elbow's in line with my hand. In case for whatever reason I missed with my hand, I might still catch with my arm. If my arm is out like this right here and my hand missed, I just got punched. So I want to keep this in line because this actually made contact as well. But my ultimate goal is to make contact with my hand here. Fingers and thumbs pressed together. I'm moving towards their opposite side shoulder like this right here at an angle. And I'm going to angle my hand slightly, creating a ramp. So all I'm doing is I'm deflecting that punch offline and moving it in another direction. I'm not stopping it. I'm allowing it to come through. I'm just sending it in another direction. So I'm making solid impact. There is a strike. I'm making actual contact with my hand. And I'm trying to hit him in the center of his arm here. So whether or not I'm too fast in my delivery and in my defense, I'll hit him in this area here. If I was a little slow, I'll hit him in this area here. But if I'm shooting for center arm, I should catch that punch every single time. So as the punch develops, I was in a passive position here. I didn't anticipate this punch. So my hand's coming up this direction here towards the arm. What I don't want to do is I don't want to make contact with that arm and shoot up this direction here, which is very common in training because people are starting from this position here coming up. What I want to do is I want to go from here upwards, and then when I get in line with the hand, then I'm moving this direction here. So I'm first coming up on a vertical plane, then I'm shooting out on a horizontal plane because I need to be shooting all the way down that arm. So as he makes that punch, I'm actually coming in making contact here, but I'm pushing against that arm. And see how it sends it off direction there. So it is important that as I'm coming up, the hand is coming up and then shooting forward to his opposite side shoulder, deflecting that punch offline. So once I've dealt with the initial threat, now I need to come offline. And I need to put myself in a dominant position. Now we did talk about in another video, so if you go back and check that video on angles, then I'm covering where you need to be in reference to your attacker that's going to put you in the best position. In this particular situation, he's at 12 o'clock. We have 11 o'clock, we have 10 o'clock, or 1 and 2, we're going at angles. So in this particular case, I'm going to this side in a position to where I can make contact with a medium range weapon. So I'm cutting the angle up this direction here by pushing off of this foot here and opening up with this foot here. Now I'm facing my opponent right now, but I don't want to land like this and punch like this right here because I have no power in my punch. I want to make sure that I'm squared up with my opponent when I actually advance in. So if I put you here in front of the camera, if he throws his punch right now and I deflect it, where I want to go is right here, to where I'm off to the side, both my feet are offline, so I came from here online, offline, but I'm facing my target. So my center chest is facing my target. I'm not facing this direction. If you look at my toes are facing my target. That gives me maximum power behind my punch, because my next target is going to be the tip of the chin or the temple. So I'm going from here, I deflect the punch, I'm bursting over to here, making my contact, and then from here, this is a medium range weapon, I'm going for a long range weapon because all our finishes are low-lying strikes with a long range weapon. I have to create that distance. Medium range, long range. Obviously there's a distance between the two. So I've got to open this up here to allow me to deliver this long range, because if I stay in this position here, I'm too close for a kick. So I'm going to open that up by stepping out about the distance of my foot, so almost like I'm turning my foot around. My heel's almost in the same place it was before, but now my toes facing this direction to support my weight. So as I turn in and bring this leg off the ground, my foot is supporting my weight. So I want that toe pointing in the direction I'm moving. And as I move, I'm loading here and then leaning slightly to kick to the knee and then recoiling. So, as he comes in for the punch, I deflect, burst, hit, step, kick, and then I'm out of there. Now, so let's go over here. Now, if I had advanced notice that punch was about to come in, for whatever reason, I was ready for it. This particular one I just showed you weren't ready for it. All you can do is defend against the punch, and now you're going. This one here is the same exact technique, but I had prior advanced notice this person's about to punch me. Well, they're starting to get aggressive, they're starting to clench their fist, and I feel pretty comfortable this person here is about to launch their attack. Then I'm not going to stay right here as that punch is coming in and deflect it first. I'm actually going to burst to take my position in the fight as he's coming in. I will throw this hand up there as an extra measure that it may make contact with that punch as it's coming in, it may not. But as he comes in, I'm moving. Before that punch even makes it to my face, I'm already in position where I need to be. But this hand is naturally coming up in the same way it would typically if I'm here standing in front of him for a defensive move, just in case. So as he comes in, I'm bursting. There's my first hit, kick, and then I'm out of there. Thank you for showing up today. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please be sure and give us a thumbs up. Share that video if you can think of anybody who might need that video. And also be sure and subscribe. That way you're getting all the new videos as they're coming out. I wish you a wonderful day and be safe out there.